Someone will say they are doing birthday in the house. Some will say, oh, your grandmother swallowed the key. I don't, I'm being silly, don't mind me though. But
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As usual, my name is Sheila-Kate, aka Big Sheila. Big Sheila for a reason, I'm Big Sheila with the vibe. If you don't know, well now you know, clack it. Anyways, before I came to the US, if I come across a video like this where someone was breaking down the expenses I'm going to incur at the end of every month as an international student, I'd have been so grateful. But then I didn't come across any video, nothing. So when I came and when I landed, every time you have to pay this, there's always something to be paid, and I was so stressed because what is it, tell me, so the purpose of this video is to let you know, especially for the new students, that okay, when you're coming to this school, my school, University of South Dakota, as an international student, these are some of the things that you're most likely going to pay for every single month. And if you're going to another school too as well, it's okay, you can still watch it, but then just know that probably you won't pay the exact numbers I'm mentioning or the exact amount I'm mentioning. Do you guys understand? You get it? All right, so without much ado, let's go straight into today's video. Also, I don't really like math like that, but because of you guys, I had a pen and paper. We're going to do some calculations, okay? So make sure you also grab a pen and paper because we're about to jot things down. All right, so the very first thing you need to know when you're coming is that you're going to pay a deposit, a security deposit, okay? I didn't know that. So basically, with the security deposit, this is the amount of money you're going to pay your landlord or your realtor. So I mean, it's for security purposes. You're going to give them that money, and then by the end of your lease, when you're leaving, they will come and do some inspections, and if they see that okay, you didn't spoil the fan, you didn't spoil the gas, you didn't spoil anything, then they'll give the money to you. But then worst case scenario, if they realize that you did some one or two things and they didn't like it, they'll just deduct or reduce it from that security deposit and then you'll give the rest. Some people you don't even give to them at all, okay? So just make sure that wherever you're going to pay a security deposit, and so yeah, budget for that, okay? Budget for that. But that's not every month, that is just for as long as you're there for, okay? If you're there for like a year, yeah, you probably will pay for that, okay? Now the next thing, which is quite important, health insurance. Health insurance is actually mandatory. The school will force you to pay your health insurance. As to whether or not you fell sick, you went to the hospital, they don't care. You are going to pay your health insurance every semester, okay? Now currently I think the health insurance is like $450. So if last semester you didn't fall sick, they don't care. The next semester you're still going to pay 400 and something for that, okay? So make sure you budget that amount of money, okay? Because you're going to pay it every semester. All right, now the next thing is your tuition, and I think I've mentioned this, I've said something about this a couple of times on my channel, but yeah, you need to pay your tuition every month, okay? Yeah, this is what we like to do. So everybody here, or almost all the international students I know of, are on a payment plan, okay? So with a payment plan, for you to even be on that, you have to register for the payment plan, and that one also is like $45. So that one, to make sure you prepare your money, $45 for your payment plan, and is into like 4 monthly installments or like 3 monthly installments, and I think there's two. So whichever one you choose, if you choose the 4 one, your school fees will be divided into 4 installments, and every month you pay that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So personally for me, or tautology, my fees is like, my tuition is like 6,000, but then because I'm a graduate assistant, when that thing kicks in, the tuition waiver kicks in, no, the tuition reduction kicks in, the 6,000 will reduce to like, let's say like 3,000 ish, something thereabouts. And if I do the 3 monthly installments, they'll divide that 3,000 into 3, so every month I'll pay a particular amount of money. So personally, like this, every month I pay like $900 for tuition for 3 months. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? If you don't understand, just let me know, okay? If you don't understand, if you're confused, just put it down in the comment section. I'll definitely try and make sure that you are found, okay, if you're lost, okay? So yeah, but like I said, with that one, it's at the end of every month. But then for the health insurance, is for the semester, okay? I didn't say every month though, it's just for the full semester. Okay, so like I said, the payment plan is $45. Then the next month they start taking the money for the tuition. Now after that, the next big thing is your rent. Obviously here they pay rent every month, so depending on where you are, I think I've said a couple of times on this channel, like your rent ranges from $350 to, you know, some pay 400, 500. It depends on where you are. Okay, so personally I pay like 3 something every month for rent. So every month, first week in the month, you have to pay your rent. Sharp. And the next thing is utilities. Okay, now for this one you need to understand that it's like apartment specific, because there are some things I'll mention that I don't pay, but I know people who pay, and then there are some things they pay I don't pay. You know, it's just need to know that it depends on exactly where you are. So one of the first things is electricity. With this one I pay electricity, everyone pays electricity. Okay, but that one too depends. It depends on where you are, the number of roommates you have, how many gadgets, and it depends. Okay, so if I tell you probably budget for like $20, that will be wrong, because some people pay as high as like 100. You know, I'm not joking, some people pay a lot. Okay, so just make sure at the end of every month you budget or you put some amount of money for your electricity. The next thing is water. I don't pay for water, but some people pay for water too as well. People also pay for gas. I don't pay for gas, but some people pay for gas. So when you're coming, just try and budget money for all of these things, just in case you find yourself in places where you have to pay for, you know, gas and all of that. The next thing is sewage. Some people also pay for sewage. I don't pay for sewage, but then some people do. So make sure that you also budget some money, and some of them too is all inclusive in the rent. So you don't break it down like this. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But anyway, just make sure that these are all things that you're likely to pay for when you land, and yeah, wherever you're staying. Anyways, so after you pay your rent, you pay your tuition, then you pay your bills and all of that, the next thing you have to think of is food, because you eat. So if you don't want to go to the food pantry and all of that, even sometimes when you go to the food pantry, there are some things that do not appeal to the African palate, so you probably have to go and find other ways to, you know, satisfy your cravings. So for the groceries and stuff like that, depending on how much you eat, budget like around $80 to $100. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, but budget like around $80 to $100, because right now when you go to Walmart you pick some 1 or 2 things, then your bill is like 50 something. If you go to the African market you pick like 2 stuff, your this thing has escalated. Okay, so just budget something like that. I mean, not every month, but like most times, if you eat a lot too as well, budget that amount of money for groceries. Oh, I forgot, the next thing is your phone bill. Your phone bill here, they don't do credit scratch and win, they don't do that. So you have to make sure you have a phone payment or a phone bill and all of that, depending on the one you want. Okay, so I think they have quite a number of packages. I go for the most affordable one, which is like $15, but then because I don't really go anywhere, I have like Wi-Fi in my room, I have Wi-Fi in the office, so everywhere I go there's Wi-Fi there, so I don't really see the point of, you know, spending so much money on, you know, phone bill. But then there's some people that are always on the move, so therefore they need more of that. So that is, I think they have like the 41 or the 61. I mean, there are different packages, so the one that works for you, you can go for that. Now that brings back to the next thing, your internet. Okay, internet. Once again, you need to make sure that you have internet at your apartment. Okay, but then for the internet, I think yeah, the one I use is like $50, and my roommates and I, we split it, so that's like 25 every month. Mind you, all of these things I'm talking about are things you're going to pay every month, right? So every month you pay $25 for your internet. I think some people have like the $40 one, so where they pay 20 every month, and that is okay. That is good. Are you guys adding the things up? Like, are you adding? I'm sure by now we've gotten to 1,000, but yeah, we move. Now the next thing is your credit card. If you take a credit card, you have to make sure that every month you pay for it. Okay, if you don't pay for it, the interest is going to keep accruing and you just be spending more money. So make sure that at the end of every month you pay your credit card. Okay, that's what I like to do. So yeah, maybe pay 50 or 100 for your credit card every single month. All right, we're not done. The next thing, for those of you that have plans of getting a car and all of that, every month you're going to pay car insurance. Okay, you're going to pay car insurance, and that one ranges from, depending on the car that you're using, it's going to range from like some $60, I'm not too sure, from like $60 to like $100. It depends on the car you're using. Okay, also fuel, you have to budget for fuel because you'll be moving up and down. Okay, but for transportation, aside that, if you don't have a car, you can actually survive here because everywhere here is a walking distance. Okay, so you can just walk everywhere, or you pet someone's car. Oh, come and pick me up, let's go here. Oh, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. Or you could just have a bicycle. I mean, there are not a lot of transportation, should I say, services over here, because there's hardly ever any Uber here or trains. We don't take trains. Honestly, you survive without a car, okay, because you can walk everywhere. But then if you have plans on buying a car, just know that every month you're going to pay car insurance and then fuel and all of that. Okay, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my paper. Okay, now the next thing is also like personal stuff and miscellaneous. Okay, you're a girl, you're a guy, you cut your hair, you barb your hair, your cream will finish, your deodorant spray will finish, you need to buy a toothbrush, you need to buy this. I mean, granted, you're not going to pay that every single month though, but like yeah, anything can always happen, so you have to make sure that you put some money aside for, you know, something. I don't know So I don't want to like 100 before you realize you spent like $100. And last but not least, remittances. Yeah, you have family home, it's not a must though, but then you have family home, so someone will say they are doing birthday in the house, some will say, oh, your grandmother swallowed the key. I don't I'm being silly, don't mind me though, but like yeah, you have to also budget for sending money back home if you have, but if you don't have to as well, it's not by force. But yeah, I think that's almost everything. That's almost like all the expenses that I pay for at the end of every single month. I don't know if there's anything I've forgotten. Probably there is, but then if I have, just remind me and put in the comment section down below. Okay, yeah, once again, thank you for watching. If you watched me up to this point, safe to say you like me and I like you too, so make sure you subscribe to my make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, also hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I post a video. If you love me, just make sure you like this video as well. Follow me on Instagram at @vanderpoy_. I'll put my Instagram handle over here so you can check me out. Okay, it's still Big Sheila for a reason. I'm Big Sheila with the vibe. If you don't know what I know, I'll see you in my next video. Until then,